Dad, I'm in your grandmother's house at 42. How do you say the name of the street?
Ret'D.
This is Jack Schuller. He invited me into the house, which is super exciting.
Here you can see that I was in the Navy. Commanding officer of this frigate.
You had a rank. What was
Captain.
You were captain. I should salute you. Oh, look at, he's got the bars. He's got the stripes, huh? Look at that. You can certainly tell by the architecture of the houses where I am. I'm in a town called Oegstgeest. It is a suburb of Amsterdam, and this is a town where my father grew up. You can see the beautiful canals, of course. Oegstgeest is where my father's family fled to when the Germans invaded the Netherlands in the Second Great War. So the family had been in Rijnsburg. They made their way to Oegstgeest. Okay, Dad, look where I am. I'm so excited. I will have my friend Jack Schuller tell the address. What is the address where we are?
Ret'D number 42 in Oegstgeest.
Oegstgeest. I have such a hard time saying Oegstgeest, but I'm super excited because this is the house where my dad's family, they fled to after the Second Great War.
Yeah.
And they left Rijnsburg.
Yeah.
And they moved to Oegstgeest.
Yeah, nice to know that. Okay.
Okay, and so I was just walking here in the neighborhood, and this gem of a man, I said, hey, listen, is this the right house? Because I had a picture. He said, why don't you come in?
Yes.
So I'm just super tickled. Jack, how do you spell your last name?
S-C-H-U, uniform, U-L-L-E-R. Sure.
Okay.
It's a German name, actually.
Oh, German. Now, where
German
were your mom and dad born?
Oh, both in the Netherlands.
Where in the Netherlands?
Yeah, there are a lot of people who has German names or French names or what, but we are real Dutch people.
Yeah. What cities were your mom and dad born in?
My dad was born in Apeldoorn, northeast Holland, and my mother was born in Breda, the southern part of the Netherlands, in Breda.
Okay, so listen to this. Listen to how sharp Jack is. I should salute him because he's a captain. He's a retired captain from the Navy. But he's 95 years old, and I found him. He was driving his car, and he's sharp as a tack. So now I told you that both my mother and father are from the Netherlands. My mom is from Delft.
Yeah.
And
from Delft. Okay.
From Delft. And mom and dad immigrated. They left Holland, and they moved to Canada in 1952.
Many people did that from Holland. I know, many people.
Yeah. So what were that?
Why is good thing? Canada is a nice country. It's a nice country.
So you said many people left Holland. So that was after the Second World War?
Yeah. They went to United States and to Canada and to Australia.
Yeah.
The three parts of the world. Many people.
Do you have a sense of how many people from the Netherlands, how many left for a better life after the war? Was it a lot? A lot of people?
A lot of people.
Yeah?
Yeah. More than 10,000. But I don't know how many precise. I don't know the exact number.
Right.
But a lot of people went to Canada and the United States. And also quite some people to Australia and New Zealand, even New Zealand.
And New Zealand as well. You were correcting me on my history. So the Second Great War was from 1941 to 19...
Well, here in the Netherlands, it was from 40 until 45 by the Germans. But the East Indies were from the Japanese from 42 until 45. But the Second World War ended in August 45.
Where were you in August of 45? You were not in the Netherlands.
No, I was kept prisoner by the Japanese. I was young in that time in 45.
Okay.
I was just 17. They kept me. They took me from my mother when I was 14 in January 43.
What was that? In Indonesia?
Yeah.
And
the Japanese, they put all the people in camps. And so the boys from age 14, they were in the male camps. And we were hard working from sunrise until sunset. And yes.
Okay.
I was my weight. I was 45 kilo, but I was still okay. My younger brother, the last year, he was 12 years old, when he took him, the last year of the World War, he took him away from my mother in 44. Happily, he came in the same mail camp where I was, but he was severely ill.
Yes, yeah.
Because we were working in the heat on a railroad in the southern part of Java, and we were thirsty. So there was an old river nearby. We drank from the river. And I had no problems with it, but many people got sick.
From the water, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what year were you born then?
I was born in Bandung. Bandung is the capital of the western part of Java.
Yes.
And Java is 3 times bigger than the Netherlands.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I was in the western part, and the plantation was also in the western part of Java.
What year were you born?
28.
You came to Holland in 1946 when
Yeah,
you were
18.
Who did you come with your family?
No, I tell you. After the war, I had to wait 2 months, and because we were anxious to know where is my father, where is my mother, where's my father. And so, after 2 months, the British forces, they reunited us. So, after 2 months, my mother came to Bandung. She was in somewhere in the eastern part of Java, in a women's camp. But still, in end of 45, we heard a message that my father was severely ill in a hospital in Bangkok, Thailand, of all places.
Yes, yes.
So we went, organized by the British, we went in January 46 to Thailand to visit my father.
Wow.
But we couldn't even kiss my father because he was, after the glass and shield, severely ill with tuberculosis. Very contagious, yes. Yeah, and they put me again in a boarding school with all the boys and girls, with families, because we should work again. And
now, in a boarding school in Thailand?
yes,
Yes.
in Burma, in Thailand.
Yes.
That is the hell of Burma. That means that where the people worked, where my father was working. And now I can tell you.
Now, why was your father in Thailand? Was he in the military?
Yeah, he was called in military service for the Netherlands. Indonesia was still part of the Netherlands.
Yes,
so
yes.
he was called in service. And I can tell you, I was put on a boarding school.
Are you in this picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a better picture.
The hell in Burma. It's between years 1942 to 1945.
I am with this one.
Wow.
This was on a boarding school with all the boys and girls.